So, just listening to some music, motivational stuff, because that's what I do when I'm out here. Start the day right. No, I can't say motivation. Motivation is, it's bullshit. Motivation is a carrot and a stick. Either I'm going to bribe you or I'm going to beat you. Inspiration is what's going to move you. It's painting a better future. Something worth fighting for that lights a fire in you so hard that you have to, like, I just posted a video, reposted a video on Instagram about a guy running into a burning building to save his dog. When something's important enough, you do it. No matter what. Because the thought of the future without it is fucking unbearable. Which means you're willing to risk everything to bring that future you wish to see into existence. So I started listening to this motivational music. I say motivational because it's called fearless motivation. Inspirational music. At the very beginning of it, it starts going, stay in silence. Don't post everything. Let them be surprised by what you do. Two things to that. Number one, I've stayed very silent. I've stayed silent for 20 years. Stayed silent for the past decade when I could have been loud. I stayed silent for the past 5 years when I definitely should have been loud. Stayed silent for the past year when I definitely wanted to be loud. My silence now does the rest of you a disservice. I don't make these for me. I'm already here. I already know what's up here. It doesn't change my life at all. Showing up changes my life. I make these videos in an attempt to eradicate the excuses between your ears. Because while you sit there, chained to the ground, your potential does not make my world a better place. Your potential does not make anybody's world a better place. Everything you enjoy in your life, you enjoy because somebody went out, took their potential energy within them, and they used it to do something out in the world. Some people to make it a better place, some people to make it a worse place. But nobody makes it a worse place for them. Everybody goes out and they do what they need to do to get the future they want to see. But the problem is that most people, the future they want to see is just a future where they are safe. And guess what? Right now I'm safe. I have food. Nothing's trying to kill me. I probably shouldn't move. Because I'm safe. And that's the way the human brain, the human DNA, or reptilian brain, that's the way it works. But unfortunately, a boat is not meant to sit in a safe little harbor. A boat is meant to go sail on the sea, go find paradise. Everything you have in your life is because somebody went and did something with what was inside them. And they're absolutely no different than you are. Absolutely no different. Unless you are actually in a place where you are physically unable and even if you are physically and I mean like places where you're actually incarcerated, or in a communist country where you will actually be shot in the head. But even then, has anybody done important things from areas of incarceration or persecution or oppression? Of course they have. Look at Nelson Mandela. You look at somebody like Tupac, right? Tupac came out of jail more prolific than ever. Why? Because he had more to say. Because he was like, fuck you motherfuckers. This is the way it is. This is the way it should be. This right here is a reflection of something Tupac said in one of his interviews. He said, man, I don't think I'm going to be the one that rules the world. I don't even know if I'll be the one that changes the world, but I can guarantee you that I will be the spark in the mind that does. And that's what this is. It's about communicating and inspiring another human to go out and make a change in the world. The difference between him and I is he thought too little of himself. He didn't think he was going to be the one to go change the world. So there was a belief in his head that told him why he couldn't do it. And he was young. He died at 27. Fucking insane amount of content up until that point. But he was still chained to the ground by his beliefs. Now, me being 40, how old am I now? 41. I have spent a lot more time digging for the truth and freeing myself from those chains and understanding that those chains are simply plastic little props. They look like they're strong, but they're not. I can just break them and start moving forward. It's the elephant chained to the ground. You know, when an elephant's a little baby, they tie a chain or a rope around its leg. And they take this wooden stake and they pound it into the ground. And the elephant tries and he 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 tries so hard. He doesn't want to be chained to the ground. Tries to get away. Can't do it. Next day, same thing. Next day, for weeks, he tries to pull. And finally, he realizes that it's just a waste of energy. And because the animal machine is designed to conserve energy, why would he waste it on something that's obviously impossible? So the animal grows to thousands of pounds. Tens of thousands of pounds. How big is an elephant? 12,000 pounds or something? This animal grows huge. You could tie that animal to a building and it would rip the building down. Doesn't fucking matter. Learned helplessness. The elephant doesn't think it can, therefore it doesn't. So this tiny little stake that's in the ground, the elephant looks at that and it triggers a thought pattern, a belief that there's nothing it could do. So it doesn't even try. And that's where most people are at. We have an elephant of potential within us. And because of what we believe, we stay stuck. And the only way to break these false beliefs is to form new ones. To overwrite them. And it's not about, thinking and being happy. It's not about lying to yourself. It's about going and finding the true factual information about why you're wrong. I spent fucking decades of my life doing that. Trying to find the truth, because I looked out there and just like all of you, I was like, this is fucking bullshit. This is fucking stupid. But I went and I found reasons why I was right. And I gotta tell you, that's one of the most freeing and fucking happiest things in the world. Is knowing something's fucked up, knowing something needs to be fixed, looking around and everybody else is just complacent, and feeling like you're a fucking insane person. And then realizing one day, finding enough information that you're right. Because the earth is flat until it isn't. The sun revolves around the earth until it doesn't. The earth is only 6,000 years old until it isn't. And I know that probably triggered half the people fucking watching this. Humans are fallible. We know nothing, but we can learn anything. The problem is most people refuse to learn. They think what they know is what they know, and that's all they will ever know. So therefore, who they are is who they are, and that's who they will always be. What you are is stuck in stone. You're actually, and even now with science, we can, look, you want to grow a tail? We can probably splice your DNA with a squirrel and make you grow a tail. But we're not quite there yet. So what you are is stuck. You're a human being, you have a genetic encoding, you have DNA. Who you are is not a part of that. What you know is not a part of that. What you accomplish is not a part of that. Understand what you are. Understand what the world currently is. Understand what you want to fix about the world, and understand who you need to become in order to go and do that stuff. And figure out what you want. Figure out what you need to do. Figure out what you need to know in order to be able to go do that stuff. Go learn what you need to learn so you can do what you need to do so you can become who you want to become. The information's obviously out there. Just because you don't have it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It's up to you to go and find it. You're not going to find a gold brick sitting in your hands. You got to go mine for that shit. And it takes a long fucking time and a lot of work to go mine for enough gold that you can do something with it. It's all about just connecting the dots of information so that they become useful. I don't make these videos for me. I already fucking know all this shit. I make them for one of you motherfuckers out there who need somebody to come along, who needs that spark so you can go change the world, so you can go become somebody who matters. Time to go run. Peace out.